if people would ask me now if I am so affected with all the controversies, aming insults, aming panangdadal, I am, but not as bad as what I have been through as a child and as a mother.
Naimbag nga aldaw kada kayo amin. Welcome to Real Talk with Momshie Jhen! Ang programa po natin na Real Talk ay sumasalamin sa tunay na mga kwento ng mga kababayan natin. And very timely po dahil ngayong araw na ito ay napaka-espesyal ng ating panauhin. Without further ado, now the very controversial woman of Baguio City. And I am honored because she is also a proud Igorota, Assistant Secretary of PCOO, Attorney Marie Rafael. Ayan. Magandang umaga po, ma'am.
Magandang umaga, Jen. Kadagiti amin nga buy-buya, kanagdidingag. Good morning.
So, Manang Marie, how are you?
Personally, I would be better had it not been for all these controversies and adutiaga apa. I would be better. But as a person, as a mother, I'm happy.
We wanted to get to know you more on a personal level. So, can you share to us simple things about yourself that people do not know about?
Yes. I was born here, but I was raised in Paracelis. And in high school, I stayed for 4 years in Atonin. There were like 5 high schools in Paracelis, but my dad, kayat na nga ma'am amumi, lagi kakabagyan mi, and kayat na ma-experience mi ti agtalon, and for us to learn the dialect and realize DJ rigat damat idi chimpuda. So we hike from Paracelis to Natonin, nga pasangat mga we hike for like 6 to 7 hours na sumangat. So weekends we go home to Paracelis. Well, Fridays we go home to Paracelis. Sunday sumangat kami manan. DJ Natonin. That was in 1991.
Wow.
1991. So, ang kaya nag-compute kita went. But then, awan silaw, Natonin. So, lampara nga talaga. Petromax nung pa nag-exam, no regular days, lente. So, by the way, in Natonin, we say, no, have a nice day. Ay amay kumahin ang account. That's what we say. I can speak Balangaw for hours on end. Even if I don't go home often, every time na I go home, and no adati masabsabat ko nga kabagyan kaiyan, we speak the dialect. My parents, I remember, even got back DJ dagang taltalunan da idi, which they sold before, so that we can experience lang ang talon.
You have a very, very rich childhood, no, ma'am?
These are the things na I remember before. Every time I hike, I think a lot.
That's
and
right.
then I was like, I am going back to this town soon and become a mayor.
Oh.
And then I'll make it better than my aunt.
Oh.
I will not fight.
Right.
I will not have cases. Something like that.
Speaking of which, with the cases, why did you choose to become a lawyer?
When I was younger, whatever that my dad wanted, I did not want. So I wanted to become a doctor then. But ti arapaap ni tatang na, ni lolo mi, for my dad was for him to become a lawyer. And I already frustrated my dad because I married so young. So I realized it's not practical to take up medicine because I cannot afford. And even if my dad will afford, nahiya na ako sa kanya. So also, parang to appease also my dad, I'll take up law.
Right. Being a Cordilleran, you have brought so much pride to us. Kasi I've also read that you were chosen as one of the 6 Filipinos given the Australian scholarship.
Yeah, when I was with the Ombudsman, I applied for a grant, called scholarship grant with Australia Awards. So I was one of the 40 plus who were given the scholarship grant, but I am one of the 6 who were chosen for the leadership. That's on top of the scholarship grant, the leadership award. So I was able to go around to other countries apart from me taking up my Master of Laws at the Australian National University. On top of that is the leadership awards. So
And let's talk about naman you being an Igorot. What irks you na reaction or misconception ng mga tao against our tribe?
I'm not really irked, whatever the reaction. Because I get so amused with reactions, good or bad na reaction. Because then I'd be able to explain.
That's right.
And my module when I was with the Ombudsman after my master's is corruption prevention for Indigenous Peoples. And I take pride with our opportunity as Igorots to be able to articulate ourselves for those other Indigenous peoples who cannot speak for themselves. And with that said, I say, every time I go around to IP communities who cannot speak for themselves, and awan unay pinaka-adult to speak for them, I want us to be their voice also.
Tama.
So that we take pride, we are people who are proud of who we are as a people, as Igorots, and happy to explain to other people what we do, and happy to be proud of the culture where we were brought in. Because we attach our lives so much to our land, to whatever that, to our dances, to everything that's our family, our ancestors, everything around us when we were growing up, we attach ourselves so much with that. But these are the things that other IP groups cannot articulate. So, nagasat tayo ng Igorot because ado tinakaadal kada tayo and kaya tayo nga tumulong kadigidad do mga IPs. So, I'm happy actually. I was never offended with me being an Igorota if and when they get to, talaga? Something like that. That reaction is like, I smile because I know in their hearts, they like, okay, so ganun pala ang itsura nila.
Parang you're flattered.
Yes.
So what makes you proud as an Igorota?
I am proud of where I came from, my roots. Da kami in Natonin, we were raised nga grabe ti kastami nga agrespeto no net ibagbagat ti
elderly
anam-ama. So no ada amicable settlement, I don't really go if I'm not invited, or I go but I seldom talk. I listen to them because these are wisdom that are passed on.
Ano yung pinakamahirap na dagok sa buhay mo?
That my child, of course, that one.
My youngest, when she was little, we went to the doctor and then it's leukemia. It's AMI leukemia. And my world really crumbled. My daughter is so strong. And when she learned that she had leukemia, that's the time that she stopped asking and accepted it.
I don't have problems with my kids. I think I am so blessed to have children like them. Awanti pasaway. I couldn't ask for more. In fact, uray anyaman nga challenge. Iti career ko, iti dadumaman nga aspeto ti biyag ko. I know God has designed that for me. And if you can give me a second answer, I can give you one. Then, my dad would always wake up usually between 4 to 5 a.m. We usually hear his smoker's cough. So a moment ay nakarinig ni daddy. And then as a child, I feared that one day I will no longer hear him cough. Na he will not be there anymore because daddy is one person na sabihin mo sa kanya sulbaran na. And he never says anything about problems. Awan ti problema, amin ada solusyon niya. Haan, no awan solusyon na, baka it will take time lang, no masolusyonan tulad ta. There's nothing impossible with my dad. He always believed about, if you want, you can have it. If you work for it, you can have it. Since we were born, Kapitan Isunan and he was mayor for 18 years in Paracelis. So, kanyami, we were always used to him just being there, making things work for us. And then when he was ambushed on December 25 of 2007, it was tough because you cannot put a closure. There's no face anymore because 200 plus nga bullets itinapan itibagina. Kanya, amay sa, you would accept anything na dumanon nga dati matay, at damapo ka mo itibiyag mo. But, haan ko mga kasjay nga kasla nga manok. Diba? So, for any child na maka-experience ka, awang gusto closure na, ibiyag na mapukaw mo ti amang, I would not wish that for anyone. And I did not show my children the itsura ni tatang ko when because they did never come home. I did not bring them home because I want them to remember my dad as as someone na haan nga mapasamak dekan nga na someone na strong can amol dera midina. So he never lost in politics. He was very strong. So if people would ask me now if I am so affected with all the controversies, aming insults, aming parang dadawal, I am, but not as bad as what I have been through as a child and as a mother. That's why siguro kunakatakot, maybe, just maybe, I have to go through those tough times because God was preparing me for something bigger, something more painful, but it won't hurt me much because I have gone through so much already as a child and like I said, as a mother. So I've been through so much battles, but if it's not something personal like my family, I know I can handle it and I can get through it because nobody can hurt your character except you.
That's true. How is President Duterte being a boss? One of the issues also that are being raised by people is that you don't have the technical know-how of an engineer or of running Beneco. How would you answer that? Despite all the criticisms, why are you still fighting for it? Ano po ba yung pinaglalaban nyo?